Hello. Today we are going to jump into our reading, and we are going to be reading today all about the characteristics of sound. So our first part of today, we are actually going to be reading chapter 7 from our reader, and chapter 7 is called Characteristics of Sound. Before we begin reading, I want us to kind of talk a little bit about a background of what we've learned so far. So we know that sound is caused by vibrations, that sound travels through different mediums. And when we talk about mediums, we're talking about objects. So it can travel through solids, it can travel through liquids, it can travel through gases. But one thing that's hugely different about sound rather than light is sound cannot travel in a vacuum. If there's nothing there, it has nothing to pass through. So light travels fastest in a vacuum. Sound can't travel at all. So in space, sound does not travel. So you wouldn't be able to hear anything there. Some of our words we're going to come across today. The first one is going to be pitch, and the pitch is going to be how high or how low a sound is. We're also going to have volume, and volume is going to be the loudness or the intensity of a sound. You can probably think of things that are going to be a lot louder than something else. If something is kind of just breezing through it. If something is, my words are out of order. Intense, it's going to be really strong. And we're going to be thinking about that with sound. So like a lion's roar is going to be loud in volume, it's going to be low in pitch, and it's going to be a very strong sound. So whenever we're describing sounds, we want to start to think about that pitch, that volume, that intensity. And the last one we're going to go over today is damage. And if something is damaged, it's going to be hurt or harmed. And we're going to talk about today what happens if that hearing is damaged as well. So your job today is you are going to read chapter 7, Characteristics of a Sound, and then you'll go in the Google Classroom and answer some questions. When you're done, you're also going to be doing activity 10.1. And for activity 10. Not 10.1, I apologize, 10.2. And this is where you're going to have some questions and some answers. This is going to be put on the Google Classroom as a Cami assignment so that I can go ahead and check your guys' work. Do an awesome job with reading today.